Hi. The girls are fighting. Welcome back to my apartment, back to my channel, back to my living room. Because I can't be bothered to sit at the table today, apparently. This is a very spontaneous video. I was not planning on doing this right now, but here we are. So I'm going to be hauling everything I have for the Ren Fair. I attempted to start this video previously, but I just, so we're just going to go with it, okay? I don't have absolutely everything so far. I still need to pick up some candy and like a main gift for Henry, but I think I pretty much have everything else. So, I will say, also as a disclaimer, there are a couple things that are wrapped that you won't be able to see, but I'll try my best to describe them to you. Also, I apologize, my nose is a bit runny. So, first thing I have here is some thank you cards that I need to actually fill out and seal.
I haven't done mine either, don't worry.
That's a later me problem. Finger guns.
They're just blank on the inside, I'm pretty sure.
So I have over here, these I don't entirely know what I'm doing with yet, but I thought they were really pretty, so I got them. I got these from the Mother's Day stuff whenever it was out at Dollar Tree, and they're just these really pretty glass jars, and I think they have lavender on them. They're all the same. They had a butterfly version, but I decided just to get all the flower. And I got them for Mary Ann and the guest, which is usually Margaret. We'll see. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet. I don't know if I'm going to fill them up with candy or body wash or...
I like the body wash idea personally, but it's up to you.
I have no idea. We'll see. I have time. But I have 3 of those. And they are glass. So I'm going to stick them out over here out of the way. Next, I do have some candy. And I still want to try and get at least one thing for the candy. Which I want to try and get at least one little wooden treasure chest. We'll see. But I have different candies. I have some chocolate hearts. Yeah, chocolate hearts. And then I have some chocolate coins, silver and gold coins, which is why I think it'd be really fun to get like a little treasure chest or 2 and put them in there. But yeah. And then I also got the little dollar bills, which technically I guess doesn't make sense, but I thought they were cute. So, yeah, and all these are good until 2027, just in case you're curious. And these ones are good until 2026, just in case you're worried for some reason. I also have a red version of the hearts. And I think they're different types. So this one is double crisp, and these ones are fudge. These are not particularly delicious. They're just cheap Dollar Tree Valentine's Day candy. But hey, our friend Lisa loves them, so they're good enough for Lisa, they're good enough for the court. Also, specifically for the Queen, she's told us in the past that she really likes this candy, so now it's just kind of a thing that we're going to give her this candy. So we found this at one of our, discount grocery stores. So, yeah, it's just the granny candy, But yeah, so that's all the candy I have so far. Usually what I like to do is I like to do little treat bags. So closer to date, I'll also pick up some hard candies, some different kinds of hard candies, suckers, that kind of thing. And then I'll pick up some little treat bags. No, actually I don't need treat bags. I forgot to bring them, but I have treat bags that I got at Walmart for 75 cents. So they're the little gold circle-y polka dot ones. Sarah's my camera lady, by the way. I forgot to tell you that, but she's here. I also have this tiny Kalimba, which I actually might just give to Henry and call it there. I didn't think about that.
Old Henry had a kalimba. New Henry needs a kalimba.
Yeah, we gave the OG Henry a kalimba. He loved it. This one is a mini kalimba that looks like a cat. Kalimbas are fun, but I don't know how to actually play a kalimba. But I have 2 other ones, so it's fine. I have a big one, and I have one that we DIY'd. So I'll just give this one to Henry, and that'll be that. That'll be his main gift, which is great because I didn't have one yet for him. So this will need to be wrapped because that'll be his main gift. So yeah, another thing I have. This is something that I've been wanting to try for a while as a trinket, and it seems like it'll be fine. People haven't told me otherwise. I'm in a trinket trading group on Facebook, and I imagine if there was something against it, they would have told me. But I got this, well, Sarah technically got it for me. But I've been wanting to get this, multi-pack of lip balm forever. I'd originally seen it on Temu. But we got these from AliExpress, and I actually have one off to the side. I don't know where it went. This one is one of them. This one is Sarah's, so I can open it up and show you. Sorry, I got hair in my mouth. Cat hair from Teddy, no doubt. Just white. Here you go. You want to try it out? See if it's good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good.
There were 12 of them, I believe. Maybe 10.
I thought it was 10. I don't remember. $12. Oh, would you look at that? There were 12
There's
indeed.
12. I don't know where mine is. I brought it over to show you, and it has vanished. Oh, here it is behind me. Here did mine. I picked mint. So like I said, there were 12, and they were all different, which is nice because then people can pick what they like. So there was cherry and mint. There's coffee flavor, mango, aloe vera, rose, vanilla, raspberry, coconut, watermelon, lemon, and peach. Now, truthfully, there's about 5 here that I would have liked to keep because I like quite a few of those flavors. But I'm going to restrain myself. I only picked one to keep, and I let Sarah pick one to keep. So, I don't know how many people will choose a lip balm over, any other kind of trinket, but I kind of like the idea of having some, practical trinkets. You know? I don't know. That's just my own thinking for it. I do have my actual trinket pouch in here. I love this thing. I got one for Sarah, so she also has one. And it's just really nice for holding all of your little trinkets. But it kind of opens up like a coffee filter almost. And inside is where I keep all of my little things. I actually have my necklace that I wear in here. I need to put this in some,
a safe place.
It's kind of gone bronzy, so I need to clean it, but I don't have any of that. But I have little things in here, I put my cotton ball bees. I had these last year. People loved them, so I got more. Hey, Toby, leave him alone. Sorry, Toby's beating up his son. And then I have just little things, like little pocket hugs, little acrylic duck, a tiny sword. I think this might be the last one that I have. There's some of these little turtle beads, which are super cute. Some little acrylic seals. And yeah, there's just all kinds of little things in here. So people can choose what they want and what they like. And I'm very big on that. I'm very big on giving people a lot of options so that they can pick what suits them. So you just pull it, and then it can clip onto your belt if you wear a belt. So that's nice. That's a nice little thing to keep your trinkets in. I highly recommend getting one of those. Now, I do have some wrap things, like I said. I'm not going to unwrap them because why would I do that? I mean, I could, but I'm not going to because I don't want to. This is for Queen Anne, obviously. This is going to be her second day gift. I quite literally wrote day 2 on it so that I know, because this is her more sentimental gift. And I always like to give the more sentimental gifts on the second day. So this is something that Sarah actually picked up for me to give to her, which I wanted to get in the past and completely forgot about existing. So it's an acrylic clear heart. And it basically has the same saying that I always give them. Can I remember it? No. May you be proud of the person you are, the difference you make, and blah, 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 the work that you do, that kind of thing. It basically says that on here. And she can just kind of set it on her shelf or whatever. It's really pretty. So, yeah. This is also for the Queen. This is a necklace. It's a very fancy looking necklace. It's got like red jewels and stuff on it. I can't really describe it any further than that. I think it's got like, it looks kind of like flower vines almost. And there's also a really pretty like heart brooch in here. As you can tell, we raided Bonnie's jewelry.
Rest in peace, Grandma!
It's fine. I'm sure she'd be glad that it's going to somebody that'll actually wear it. Maybe. It's hard to tell with her. This one is for the princess. It's not as fancy. It's kind of looks like a teardrop shape. And it's very simple. So it's just got little tiny rhinestones on it. But I think it's pretty. So, yeah, that's all the wrap stuff. Like I said, I will also be wrapping the kalimba for Henry, but that's a later me problem. Here's my little trinket trading pin. I want to try and make my own actual trinket trading pin with like the symbol, but this was good enough for last year, okay? It's fine. I have this tiny little violin, cello. I don't know what this is. But the packaging says it's a violin. It doesn't actually play music. It's just basically for looks, but I thought it was cute. So I don't know who's gonna get this. Maybe one of the musical act people. Oh, you know who I'd give it to? Ruby. She plays the cello, I think. So this is close enough. It could easily be a cello. If you don't know who Ruby is, she's part of the crack, so. Okay, so I also have this set. And I put it in here so that it's kind of like all together. But it's just a little set that Sarah gave me from her grandma's collection, obviously. And it has a matching set. So this is like a turquoisey set. And it's got the necklace. And then it's got the bracelet and some earrings to match. And there's also a pink version of the set. And I think the plan is to give them to the queen and the princess. Probably the first day. I don't know. Because one day they'll get those, and then the other day they'll get the, like, wrapped ones, probably? I don't know. I don't know. There's really no rhyme or reason. I have this bracelet. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I was going to give it to the queen, but I feel like I'm giving her a lot of jewelry as is. Maybe I'll give it to, like, Margaret or something. I'm sure Margaret would like it. It has a couple of little rhinestones that are missing, but unless you look really deep into it, you can't really tell. I think it's fine. I have these bracelets that I got for trinket trading as well. I think they're really pretty. The only downside is they're not entirely super duper stretchy. But they're so pretty, like, it's okay. Like, look how pretty those are. Can you see them shimmering and glittering? They are so gorgeous. And there's all kinds of different colors too. So I really think they're pretty. The only downside is they're a little small and they don't stretch very much. This is about as much as they stretch. I can get it on, but Sarah would not be able to get it on. So, but I feel like people could probably use them for different things, like in jewelry making or whatever. So, you know, but yeah, there's a couple different versions of yellow, couple different blues, pinks, purples, like clear one, a black one. They're so pretty. I really think they're nice. And I got them for 33 cents whenever I placed my first order with AliExpress, so I'm not upset about it. I still think they're really nice. And I'm sure people will like them. I also have this big pack of nail files with little butterflies on them. I think there's like 20 of them here. I got these from Temu a while ago. I cannot find a count on here, but I think there's 20. There's either 20 or 24. I also have some rings. Again, I got these from AliExpress whenever I placed my first order, so I got them for 33 cents. There's like 30 of them here. There's a ton, as you can tell. I will say, I don't think any, if not very few of them, are like the open rings. So they're all one size, pretty small, like pinky rings almost. But again, I feel like you could probably use these in jewelry making. Like you can easily make a necklace out of a ring. So, but there's some really nice ones. Like this one kind of reminds me of the thorn crown. Let's see. There's this one, which is a snake, which is pretty cool. There's this one, which is like a heart with wings. And then there's also this one, which is really nice with the pearls. So, yeah. A lot of choices there. Like I said, I don't think there's very many people that could wear them as rings. But I think they definitely have potential to be used for other things. So, yeah. This is just the pink set of the same one that I showed you earlier of the teal one. So I'm not going to pull it out. I also have this bracelet, which I'll probably give to Henry or one of the crack members. Probably one of the crack members. This doesn't scream king. But yeah. I also have these two bracelets, which I don't know what I'll do with them. Maybe I'll give them to somebody. I don't know. But just two little beaded bracelets. Now I have one of these for everybody in the court. Mini swords. So there's one for Henry, one for Anne, one for Mary and Margaret. And then I have one extra one, I think.
Do we trust Mary and Margaret to have a sword?
I foresee them sword fighting immediately. But like, I also foresee Henry getting in on it. So yeah, everybody will get a tiny sword, which is fun. There's also these little bookmarkers. They're like acrylic. Ugh, sorry, I think I gave myself a paper cut and now it itches. But yeah, they're pretty nice. I think what's probably going to happen with them is I'm just going to let people take them if they want them. You know? So like along with their trinket. Hey, you want a bookmark or two? You can have it. Ugh. Stupid finger.
They're stained glass windows.
Yes. Which brings me on to this one, which is strictly for Anne. So says Sarah. Stained glass mirror stickers.
She loves stained glass.
She does. I decided not to wrap this because it just seemed a little bit ridiculous. But these ones are specifically for her because she was really into the stained glass stickers we had last year. So, just a little look-see. Now they do double up, so I could easily take out the dupes and use them for trading, but I have yet to decide if that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I have time, so if that's what I choose to do, that's what I choose to do, and that's a later me problem. But for now, they're all just going to live in here because I can't be bothered. Sorry, my finger. Ow. Thank you. Now for the like sentimental gift for everybody are these ornaments. I like to do one big sentimental gift that I give to pretty much everybody. The court, act people, whatever. And so this year it's ornaments. I believe last year it was also ornaments, but they were heart-shaped and they were not this. So these ones, we already have them threaded and everything, so I can show you them.
Thank goodness, that took forever.
Yeah. It was a team effort. Sarah was peeling them because I could not for the life of me peel off the protective film. So she was peeling them and I was threading them. So this is what they look like. I don't know if you can see them okay. But they say, "Thank you for being such an important part of my life," or piece of my life. And they look like little puzzle pieces, which is cool. And they all have their own individual bags, so that is good. So, like I said, those pretty much go to anybody, court, acts, whatever. We've pretty much built up a rapport with just about everybody. So I'm not picky on who gets what because, you know, I think it's nice to show your appreciation to everybody. If I couldn't get these back in, that'd be cool. Pause it for a minute. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't want to have you watch me struggle for 5 minutes. It wasn't 5 minutes, but it would have been longer had you actually been watching, I guarantee it. Anyway, moving on to the last thing. Now, I decided this year that I wanted to be extra.
Shocker.
As I always am. So I actually made my own trinkets. And yeah, actually, I also have this tiny harmonica, which does play. Just saying. But yeah, so these are the trinkets that I made. And then a bonus, like 2 trinkets that are not what I made, but I'm gonna just kind of bundle with this. So these are the trinkets I made. Aren't they cute? I think they're nice. This is my first time actually making trinkets, so I think they turned out pretty decent. They're little tiny glass bottles with the corks and a colored thread wrapped around with a little charm. Most of them actually have tiny little mushrooms like these, but I ran out of mushrooms, so some of them had little charms. Only like 3 of them. Now, a couple of them are just free floating because I didn't have enough of these items, but there's like 5 out. They're just out and about. My box bit me. That wasn't nice. But 10 of them are in these little pouches. So there's different colors. There's pink, purple, yellow, red, blue. There's different kinds. I think this is orange. So it's just a little pouch. It looks like a Chinese silk almost. It probably isn't, but you know, and it's got a little zipper. And then inside you get one of the little jars with the items, which is just some of the tiny little acrylic animals from last year. If you saw those, you know what I'm talking about. There's a charm or 2 in here and some tiny colored rocks and some glitter. And then inside the pouch there's also a little keychain, which is just a little heart gem. So, yeah. those just basically live in there because people on my also, I have this little basket in here just holding everything, holding all of these. But people on the Trinket Trading Facebook page were a bit concerned about them being glass. So I wanted to put them in something, and instead of having to purchase some little mesh bags, I had that idea, and I think it was perfect. So yeah, now to just put everything back in here so that it doesn't, you know,
Get lost.
yeah, so that everything is in one spot and I don't have to worry about it until September.
Yay!
Alright, so that's it. I'm gonna go and put everything away, and I will see you guys next time.